Hello, welcome to the lecture. I'm Cynthia McAllister. In this lecture, you will learn about the work time format. This lecture will be presented by Sabina McNamara. Sabina was a teacher at the Jacob Rees School where I had the opportunity to mentor her for 4 years, and she's become an exceptional learning cultures teacher.
So the independent work time is an important component of the learning cultures curriculum. And it's going to look a little bit different maybe than what you're used to, what you're familiar with. During the independent work time, it happens right after the lesson. There's a 10 to 15 minute grassroots lesson that's presented by the teacher, and then after that the students go off to work. Now during that independent work time, you might be pulling groups, you're having conferences with students, the students might be meeting with other groups of students. But if they're not involved in a conference or a group, then they are responsible to do independent work. Okay, so what is the independent work they're going to do, right? The independent work is the reading, the writing, the content that they need to know. It's all of the stuff that's, filled based on the standards, based on, what the school dictates or mandates as important. So the students are reading during the independent work time and reading. What are they reading? They're reading books that they choose based on what feels comfortable for them, but also what they're interested in. They're reading magazines, they're reading short texts, they're reading poetry, they're reading any particular given content. They have a larger range of reading material that they should be held responsible for in any given workshop time or any given week. So the students are reading the various things that they need to read. Then they, are also finding out when they need to meet with their groups. So they're, thinking about the time, and they're thinking about, well, okay, if I'm going to meet with my group, at 10:30 and it's 10 o'clock, I have the next 30 minutes of time of independent work time. How am I going to spend it? So there's a lot of planning involved about how to spend the time that they have during independent work time. The students are then also allowed to move freely around the room if they need to get up to get a resource or something. So again, the teacher's busy with other kids, you're busy working in conferences or small group work. So the students have that ability or responsibility to be free around the room to get the things that they need. But when they are at their seats, it's important that they're engaged. So that's what the conferences come in, and that's where they're important. Through your conference work, you're setting goals with the students. They're creating their plans, with you, so that they know when it's reading time every day what they're going to be doing at any given moment. And then you're following up with them through their conferences, or you're kind of like spot checking, as you're meeting with a kid. If you see, you just met with Joe, and Joe said, all right, I'm going to read chapter 3. And then, you are meeting with a kid and you see that Joe is not reading to chapter 3, well, then they're not meeting their goal. If you see that Joe is reading until chapter 3, then you know that they are working at that goal. So the students should always be having their goals in mind during that independent work time, that they are articulating to you, and that you are, you're negotiating those goals. And the teacher is managing the time too. So, during that independent work time, the teacher's making sure that the students are aware of how long that independent work time is, so that they know what they need to do at any given time.